know why I'm scratching my face. Hey everyone, welcome here. My name is Lauren and you're watching Lauren's Book Corner. And happy Friday. Today I have a Friday Reads for you. I'm just going to go over what I'm planning to read this weekend, what I'm working on, and kind of our weekend plans. So it is Valentine's weekend, and my husband actually took off work today. It is Friday the 13th of February. And so we ended up going out and did a little bit of shopping. We went to Ollie's Bargain Outlet and then also to Barnes & Noble. And that was really fun. I got to pick up some books for Valentine's. My husband treated me to some books. And my kids as well got to pick out some things. And we also got at our Barnes & Noble has a Starbucks, and so I got a coffee and a blueberry scone as a treat. It was delicious. And I do have a haul video coming, so stay tuned for that. I will show you all of the goodies that I got, because I also had an Amazon order come in today. It was a pretty big stack of books that showed up today. So after that, we did some grocery shopping. We picked up some food for the weekend and the coming week. Actually, tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and we are homebodies, guys. We love to be home. So our plans tomorrow are basically my son's basketball game in the morning, and then we're going to come home, and I've planned to make BLTs for lunch. And then we're going to do homemade lasagna and salad and some garlic Texas toast for dinner. And I want to make chocolate covered strawberries. I got some really yummy looking strawberries, and we're going to melt some dark chocolate chips and dip the strawberries in. And I did get some ice cream too, because my kids weren't sure if they would like the strawberries, which I think they will, but just in case. So that's kind of like our special dinner that we're having. And then Sunday's church and just, again, resting at home. Tonight, I think we're going to get some pizza delivered, because I'm going to be doing a lot of cooking tomorrow. So we're going to get just like a big pepperoni and cheese pizza and have some salad with that, and probably just watch movies and relax tonight. As for reading, I have a lot of books started right now. I really want to finish The Heart's Victory this weekend. I just did not get as much reading done over the week as I wanted to, but I have made progress. I'm on chapter 9, and there's only 15 chapters in this book, so I could probably easily finish this today if I just sat down and worked on it. But it is a really good book. I'm really enjoying it. It's, I don't know I think I had mentioned this before, but it's about a woman named Cynthia Fox, and everyone calls her Foxy, and it is her romance with her brother's best friend. She's grown up around him. She's kind of always had a crush on him since she was younger, and he always kind of treated her as a kid and kept her at arm's length because she was a kid, and would have been inappropriate. But now that she's all grown up and in her 20s, there is a bit of an age gap. He is finally kind of acting on his feelings, and I love it. He's kind of a Damon Salvatore type of character. If you're familiar with the Vampire Diaries, he's not a vampire, but he's just sort of that bad boy. He kind of has that reputation a little bit, but deep down he's really not. He loves Foxy, and he really cares for her, and he's very kind of gruff in the way he does things, but you can see the thought behind it. Like, you can see, even though he might not say things eloquently, which I think is kind of realistic, not all guys are gonna wax poetic for you. So he just says things kind of bluntly sometimes, but he really cares for her, and you can see that in the story. And it has to do with car racing. Her brother is a famous race car driver, and so there's that whole aspect to it as well. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's really good. It's Nora. You can't go wrong. And then I would like to maybe get another chapter or two finished in The Butterfly and the Baron by Margaret Way. This is my book for the reading category romance book club, as well as it does count for the retro romance readathon. This is a contemporary for that. And this is really cute. So this one we follow Renee, who is a daughter of a socialite couple, basically. Her parents are very wealthy. They enjoy being very wealthy, and they enjoy kind of rubbing shoulders with all of the elite people. And they sort of treat Renee like a doll. It's basically her job just to sit there and look pretty. And she is a very sweet, kind of quiet personality. So she's basically become a doormat. And she doesn't really know who she is. She doesn't really know how to voice her opinions or to assert herself when she doesn't like something her parents are encouraging her to do. And the straw that kind of breaks the camel's back is they want her to marry this young man that's a family friend. And he's just not a very good guy. He's not very nice to Renee. And so she takes it upon herself to run off and stay with her Aunt Katie. And her Aunt Katie is such a lovable character. She is her mom's sister, Renee's mom's sister, and she's like the opposite of Renee's family. She's this artist who's very eccentric and down to earth and just loves Renee so much. More of a mother figure to her than her own mom is, really. And when Renee gets to the town where Katie lives, she meets Nick, and he is a good friend of Katie's, and he right off the bat can tell Renee is just like a mess. And so he kind of comes off abrasive when we first meet him. I wasn't sure how I felt about him, but the more the story progresses, you kind of see that he's a really good guy. He kind of tries to poke at Renee to get her to like stand up for herself. He can see that she's not able to like assert herself and to say what she wants, and so he kind of like pokes at her a little bit. And yeah, it's really good so far. I like it. Sometimes the dialogue loses me a little bit, like the references that they make. You can tell it's an older romance, but for the most part I love it. And Margaret Way really writes nature and like scenery beautifully. I enjoy that part of it a lot. So yeah, hopefully I'll get more of that read. And then I'm also working on Betrayed by Judith McWilliams. This is a retro. What's the difference between vintage and retro? I'm gonna have to look that up. This is from the early 90s. I think this was published in 93, so not that old. 94. And it's a Harlequin historical. This is a treat. I am enjoying this book so much. So in this one we follow Eleanor, who her father has passed away, and she lives in Boston, Massachusetts, and her mother's family, who she's been estranged from her entire life, lives in England. And her sort of fiance wants her to go and stay with this family and spy on them because he's hoping it will help the war efforts for America to beat the Britons, I guess. I don't know. I'm not like a huge history buff. I actually have to look into this because it's kind of set during I believe it's the War of 1812, which I had to remind myself what happened then. I know it's really bad, but this is so it's her story about going and meeting her mother's family for the first time, and the matriarch of that family is terrible. She is horrible. She's awful, and she treats Eleanor very badly. But I love Eleanor because she really stands up for herself. She's very feisty. She never really knew her mom, and so she was basically just raised by her father, who was a firm believer that women should be educated just as well as a man should. And so Eleanor is very bright, and she kind of sticks out like a sore thumb because that wasn't, it was kind of frowned upon for women to further their education. But because of that, she really stands out to her love interest, who is the Duke of Ryland, I believe. His name is James, and he's not a rake. Believe it or not, he's not a rake. He's actually a very nice man, and he is kind of a nerd. He's a history buff. He loves history, and he basically leaves the ladies alone. He doesn't really want anything to do with the ladies because he feels like he can't have a good conversation with any of them. Which, yeah, it is what it is. But he meets Eleanor, and he's instantly drawn to her because she can keep up with him intellectually, and in fact, she kind of puts him in his place, which I really like. She's very feisty, very strong woman, and this is just fun. It's so much fun. I'm enjoying it. There's a little bit of a mystery in here as well about a necklace that Eleanor's father was accused of stealing, and she's trying to kind of clear his name. So yeah, it's fun. I'm enjoying it. And then I am also reading Death by Dumpling by Vivian Chen. I'm actually listening to this on audio, and I'm at about 52%. Loving it. It's really cute. I've heard that the series only gets better, so if it starts out this good, I'm sure that I'm gonna love the series. This sneak peek is one of the books that I got at Barnes & Noble. I ended up getting some more in the series as well, but yeah, loving this. This is about Lana Lee, who has a really bad breakup, also ends up, I think she gets fired from her job, and ends up moving, I think she moves home, or she was at home. I don't think she moved home. I think she just lost her job, so she ends up working back in her family's restaurant again, and I just love I love cozy mysteries for this. The quirky characters, the small community, and I like the love interest as well. There's a little bit of romantic tension in here, which I'm thoroughly enjoying. I love her best friend, and she has a really cute dog too, which I love. I love a good animal companion. So yeah, and this does really make you want Chinese food. In fact, I started listening to it earlier this week, and we ended up grabbing some dumplings and beef with broccoli and rice because I was craving Chinese food. So my family was very happy about that because they love it too. And then I don't know why I did this to myself, but I ended up starting Divine. Actually, I do know. I'm blaming Roxy. I started Divine Rivals. I saw she was reading, I think it's called Wild Reference. I have it on my shelves. It's the newer one by Rebecca Ross that's set in this universe. And I was going to start there because I got that one for Christmas from my husband. But I still haven't read Divine Rivals or Ruthless Vows yet. My library had them on Libby, and I went ahead and snapped them up and started it last night. So this is also going. So I might listen to this a little bit as well. And then I still am going to be starting The Obsession by Nora Roberts. So I don't even know how many books that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I have the, on my Kindle, I'm reading the Katie Metner book, which is for Roxy's book club. And that is, what is it? Going Rogue in Red Rye County. So I've got a lot of books going. I need to not start anything else and just finish up some books. But it's really hard not to start new books. I get so excited. So that's everything. I hope that you guys have a wonderful weekend. Let me know what you're planning to read this weekend. What are your plans? Like I said, we don't have much planned other than some yummy food and cozy activities. Other than reading, I'll probably do a little coloring and play some of my game on my iPad, and hang out with my family. That's basically it. But I would love to know what you guys are doing. Let me know in the comments. Do you have any fun traditions for Valentine's Day? Whether it's with a loved one or friends, or maybe you just don't like the holiday at all and you like to just stay home. Let me know in the comments. Anyway, love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.